I have news for you. You are not that important. Ouch, right? Well, at first thought, that might feel painful, but it's actually really great news. And if you can believe it, you will experience freedom in so many ways like never before. So let's dive into why you are truly not that important and why that is actually really great news. Don't get me wrong, you are that important to some people and some things. You're just not that important to everyone and everything. Knowing the difference is the key to being able to prioritize and set boundaries, both of which are required to manage overwhelm and burnout. And while this is true for everyone, it's especially important if you're a highly sensitive leader because we tend to struggle with over responsibility. Over responsibility is a result of our key strength, which is empathy. You see, as highly sensitive leaders, we are deeply attuned to the emotions and needs of others. This is a beautiful quality. However, you can imagine how it can lead to over responsibility. We often feel a strong sense of responsibility for the well being and the happiness of the people around us, even if we're not close to the people around us, even if we don't know them really well. In addition to heightened empathy, HSLs also typically dislike conflict and confrontation. So, to avoid them, we often take on additional responsibilities and say yes, even when we want to say no, out of fear of disappointing somebody else. Another challenge for HSLs is perfectionism. We set really high standards for ourselves, and we might feel it's necessary to take on all the responsibilities ourselves just to make sure everything is done perfectly. I'm sure by now you can see how over responsibility can lead to physical and emotional exhaustion. And as a result, we experience overwhelm, stress, anxiety, and burnout. Yuck. This is why it's such great news that you're really not that important. But I know it's easier said than done when it comes to believing this. So let's talk about what you can do to help shift your mindset on this particular issue. Like I mentioned, the key is to understand in what situations and to what people you truly are that important. This will allow you to prioritize and practice saying no to the people and situations that don't truly need you specifically to be successful. Knowing who and what you're really that important to creates freedom. But how? Think about a time when you were thriving, when you were kicking ass and taking names, when you were leading and inspiring and advancing the work like nobody else possibly could. Or maybe what comes to mind is a time when you were having a quiet moment, connecting with a friend or a loved one. Or maybe when you were privately helping a colleague through a challenging time. Whatever your version of a time in your life when you were thriving will work just fine here. Now spend some time and ask yourself, what were you doing? Who were you serving? What were you thinking? How were you feeling? What energy were you creating? Who were you being in this moment? This is you at your best. Write down these thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and put them somewhere where you can see them every day to remind yourself that this is you when you truly are that important. The more you can be intentional about being this person every day by applying these qualities to other areas of your life, the more you're playing to your highly sensitive leader strengths. So each time someone makes a request of you, ask yourself if it's going to provide an opportunity for you to be this person, to be that important, or if you will just be someone to fill the role that really anyone could successfully fill. If your gut is telling you that it's the latter, say no. And remember that no is a complete sentence. Your real responsibility is to remain true to yourself. Thank you for watching today. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share it with someone else that you think could benefit from it. And as always, I am here to help you learn how to maximize your impact in a way that is authentic, joyful, and expansive. You can learn more at graceandgritcoaching.com.